Greetings, fellow Demon Slayers. This is Taimanin here today with another video. So for starters, Discord server's doing great. Again, I appreciate all the people that have joined, and again, yes, we did reach 400 plus members. Anyone else interested in joining there? The Discord server invite will be located in the description. So you all know the drill. Every Monday there's maintenance, so expect that within the next coming hours. I believe it's 7 hours away right now, closer to 6.5. Today I just want to talk about, like, the mentality I use when playing gacha games. There seem to be some people, like, who have this, like, notion that they have to have everything. Like, that is realistic for a very select few. Like, I've seen some people with, like, S level 5 everything just because I guess they have the money. Or who knows, maybe they're hacking. But either way, like, they have everything. I don't condone hacking myself, and obviously I don't do it. Otherwise I would have everything, but, like, look here, I certainly don't have everything. Like, I'm missing a bunch of supporters. I'm missing limited supporters at, like, White Almighty Asagi. I'm missing Sakura. I tried to get Yuki and got shafted getting her. So yeah, like, same here. I'm missing literally 31 weapons because I'm missing limited weapons and, you know, blah blah blah. So yeah, like, I just wanted to talk about, like, that mentality. I know me personally, like, I grew up on JRPGs and I was a bit of a completionist. Like, in my younger years I liked to 100% games, but with gacha you have to understand that's just not going to happen unless you have, like, 5,000 a month disposable income. That's probably, like, a high number for this game, but, like, yeah, someone who plays Genshin Impact, for example, like, they'd be spending thousands a month to get every single thing maxed out. It's just not possible for, you know, your minimum wage worker, or even, like, your little bit higher tier worker. Like, so I just want to, like, there are people who say, like, every banner they do, like, the 200 pull. Like, I wouldn't even suggest doing that, even if you're free to play or not. What I find is the smartest option in gacha games is to, like, assume that you're always going to have bad luck. Like, don't assume things are going to always go like me. I have exceptionally bad luck, but don't just take, like, your hard-earned gems or your hard-farmed gems, or I like to call them your patient stones, and just throw 200 of them at a banner, unless it's something, like, you really want. Like, I know, like, Spica here caused a lot of people to throw 200 gems. Like, yeah, in her case I'd suggest it, because having that invulnerability, like, as an option is really strong in Arena. But something like Yuki, I could have said, yeah, you could, like, probably let her pass you by unless, like, it's what you really want. Same thing with Emily. Like, if she's not what you're really after, just let her go by. Like, it's not as big of a deal as it seems. Like, they put stuff out for a limited time to take, like, advantage of your FOMO. So if you have, like, an innate fear of missing out because other people are getting the item and you're not, like, you have to just ignore that. It's not meant for you to have everything. It's, like, at least that's how I see it. And I would never, like, unless you can really afford it, suggest to someone, hey, like, pull everything. Like, no. Definitely pick and choose what you want. Like, I know a bunch of people on my server who have been waiting for Murasaki. There are some guys waiting for Sue. Some are waiting for Koronai. And they haven't even brought their second character yet. Like, there are some people in that situation. It just depends on, like, you know, you as a person. But yeah, like, a healthy mental way to approach a gacha game is just go for what you absolutely want. Never feel like you have to get everything. Never feel pressured, because otherwise, like, you're gonna get railroaded, man. Like, you're gonna end up spending money that you may not have been able to spend if you're really compulsive. You're gonna end up burning gems that you farmed. Like, even if you're free to play, like, you might find you wasted gems. Like, hell, I'll be honest, like, I kind of regret even using gems on this thing. Actually, looking at the outfit, I don't think I regret it. A little bit. I'm mad at her. But yeah, so make sure if you're gonna go pull for something, it's just something you really want. It's something that you know you're going to be happy with for the long run. So that way you don't, end up in like a, what's the word? Like you don't end up in a slump like because oh man, I wasted my gems here. It's going to take me like this many months or this many weeks to get those gems back. And then you end up leaving the game because like either Gacha screwed you over and you didn't get what you wanted. We never want that. Or B, like you got what you wanted and it just wasn't worth it, or maybe it wasn't as good as it initially seemed. So I know this is harder for like my new players because they don't really know like what's meta. They can't like say look at a supporter at face value and go, hey, like that's super great, or they can't look at a weapon and go, hey, that's super great. So like I implore you guys, like ask questions, like if you're in the Discord, like don't just sit there and lurk. If you're trying to do something in the game, you're trying to pull something and you're not sure about it, ask people because I don't want to, hear horror stories like that people wasted 3,000 gems they saved and they didn't get what they want. Like of course you can't control that, but I, I just don't want that to happen. Like, I don't want people to hear they didn't get what they want or to hear that they did go for something and it wasn't what they imagined it would be. Or it's like it's lower tier in the meta than what they thought. And unfortunately, like I already heard that from a lot of people with Shiranui here. I'll just like bite my words and say her name, but yeah, a lot of people didn't really they weren't really too happy with how she played, and like some free to plays I know brought her for the 1,000 gems, and they're just not happy with her. Like I had one guy go so far as to say like Shiranui and Sakura like are corpses in his closet, and he doesn't even like using them, and he only plays his Renko. So there are others who, of course, enjoy her gameplay and find her strong, but that's just like one example. I never want to hear that people are disappointed or jaded with what they got. And that's as far as buying things you can control, like characters or skins. Same logic with skins. Make sure it's something you want, even if it's a limited skin. Like in my case, I ignored every single Halloween skin, but this one, it's in here somewhere. Yeah, this is the Halloween skin I chose to go for because vampires just went out for me. So I went without Sakura's Halloween skin, and I went without Asagi's Halloween skin. The only reason I have Emily's is because, well, one, I'm an Emily simp, but that's just because it was in a battle pass, and so it was easier to get this skin, but at the time of actual Halloween, I didn't have, like, the crystals or resources to get Sakura's skin and Asagi's skin, because around that time I had just done Renko mileage and was saving for this incoming mileage. So, you definitely want to pick and choose. Like, it's not like an old Final Fantasy game where you're going to have everyone in their best weapon and you're going to have, like, all their best armors or all their best summons, or, you're just not going to be able to do that. You might get one character the best in slot. If you're lucky, maybe two. If you're putting money in the game, maybe you'll be able to get everyone best in slot, but I'm sure not expecting that in my case. Like right now, the only characters I have close to it are Yuki and Emily, and they're not even there yet. The next closest probably being Renko. So yeah, like, it's just important to be happy with what you have. Like, you may have something someone else doesn't have. Like, the thing to realize in Gacha is, like, you may look at your situation and think it's bad, but it's literally like real life. Like, somebody else out there has it worse than you. So the takeaway is always be happy with what's on your account, even if it's not super great. The big thing here is to stick with the game for the long haul, because let's face it, if you quit, you're not going to get anything. So you have to play the game and take a chance. Like, I do know you have to take a chance and roll if you want something. The logic here is just don't roll on everything. Like, don't do every 200 pull if you can help it. Only if it's something you really want. That's just, that's how I look at it. That's how I'm able to play the game for like so long and without getting bored, because one, there's always something to go for. Two, I understand that I'm not going to have everything, so when I don't get everything, Like, yeah, my reactions may seem a bit salty when I do gotcha videos because it's like in the moment and it's like it's my genuine reaction because it's like, crap, I just spent all these gems and got poop. But, you know, after the fact, it's still like, okay, well, I got this. You know, I can look at it objectively and say, well, I did get this or this. I can use this here, or I can even sell this for mileage points. And I accept that, you know, I am playing a gotcha game, so I wasn't going to have everything I wanted anyway. So, with that, I just wanted to talk about that because I see a lot of people, like, one, talking about, again, the speed of releases and how there's no way they can catch up. Like, yeah, there's no possible way, like, anyone, unless they're some sort of super well, like, can catch up. Like, I saw this guy with... Where is she? Here it is, mileage shop. I saw this guy with Shisui at S level 5 in the top 100 a few weeks back. Yeah, that's the guy that has everything. Like, I'm sure he has brought every single thing that's come out. None of us can afford to be that guy. That guy's like a 1 in a million as far as, like, people who buy things in gacha games. So, yeah, like, don't strive to be that guy. Just be happy with what you have. I just see so many people worried about the speed of releases. Don't be, like... I don't know if they're going to bring things like this back, like this Yuki banner, for example, but hopefully they do. Hopefully it gives people another chance to pull on it. Like, I know, like, the special pickup gotchas for characters with their mileage may not come back, but maybe the mileage skin will be popping up some other way later. You never know. So, like, we know Spica here will be added to the pool, so if you don't get her now, like, again, she will definitely be around later. And the items in this Emily gacha, they're just here for an uprate. The only thing you may miss out on is the skin. And it says a limited costume, but I hope they do find some way to bring mileage skins back. But either way, if you miss out on the skin, you're not going to be missing out on the gear here. This is going to be added to the pool. This is going to be added to the... Well, that has already been. And this will be added to the pool. They are already in the pool permanently. All of these things are in the pool. The only thing you miss if you don't pull a character special pickup is their mileage skin, which may never come back, but we're not even sure about that. And you miss the uprate on their weapons. And let's face it, this uprate isn't all that great. Like, when I do gotchas, I get screwed over. The only uprate that I think is worth not ignoring is the supporter uprate for pickup gotchas. That's an uprate I can get behind. That's a 1.2% chance that she drops. And even then, you guys saw my video for her. I only got one to drop. And then I did that one Pokemon Mystery Dungeon pull, and she dropped again because, I don't know, maybe she felt sorry for me. She realized that my love for her is just so much that she was like, I want to be in his team. So yeah, I've kind of rambled on. So getting to the main news at hand, the trailer for Little Miss Yatsu did come out. So Purple Rain will be here after maintenance. Her bundle will be available. I believe it'll be the same price as usual, $44.99. And then she will be buyable by everyone for gems within 2 weeks. Now, with the advent of Miss Simmons here, Emily was 1200. I don't know if they're going to do that for Murasaki. I'm hoping that they stick with what she was in Japan and we only have to pay 1,000 for her. Because I do want Murasaki, even though I'm not doing her mileage. Like, I do want every character eventually. But right now, my focal points are Yuki, Emily, and Renko. These are the characters I'm really, like, kind of bringing to Plus Ultra mode and that I'm focusing on. Like, I'm holding a ticket for Renko, and I'm focused next on Yuki's PvP weapon, and Emily I'm focused on getting her Tamari next, as well as supporters for her. So that's what I'm focusing on, because that's within my means to do. I can handle working on these 3 girls. The others are just going to take a back seat. I think out of everyone, including Murasaki, Asagi might be next, after these 3 are where I want them to be. But make sure, you know, you have 1,200 gems put away, just in case that they do shaft us and it becomes an issue of, oh yeah, Global has to pay 1,200 now. So make sure that that's done. As far as your inventory, today's supporter farming day, so the materials are going to be mostly hoping to get her a bunch of these books. But make sure on ore day that you're stockpiling these guys. This will help with her character advancement as well as any weapons you get for her. Make sure that you have both green and purple stockpiled, because I believe you may need this at a later level if I'm remembering right. I think you need 4 and 4 for the second to last promotion. And you're going to need this and this to craft these and these to do the final promotion step. So make sure you have that done, like if you're looking to really crumble into grinding Murasaki, make sure those mats are available to you. And of course, it's been said before, but get that facility to level 4 so you actually have the option to make the ores you need for the characters. Here, the lunar ore and the esoteric shards. So yeah. Outside of that, like, get hype, she is coming. I do wish everyone good luck in her gacha. I'm personally skipping this one. If Sue's next, I'm probably skipping her. And depending on who gets announced, I may be skipping Koronai and keeping my eyes more on like supporter gachas for the time being to see like if I can get my hands on some good supporters, because I believe I said this the other day and I'll say it again. Spica and Shisui are not the only invulnerability supporters. I hear rumors there's a third invulnerability supporter in JP. So I definitely don't want to like burn my gems and miss out on that supporter. Like Spica, I was able to get into the action, and I managed to get 3 of her before her initial banner, so I'm happy. And I want to be able to at least do that with the next invulnerability supporter, because I feel like having those will just really help solidify your spot in arena, because if you can't deal damage to it, it's going to just kill you while it chills there invulnerable. So yeah, that's just too good for arena. So yeah, outside of that, make sure your resources are used. Like, I have to go dump some AP. Make sure that your facilities are in order and you have all your characters put on there, like close to the start of maintenance. Make sure that your special stage is done for gems. Basically, make sure everything you have is on a timer so that you're not wasting any resources while the maintenance is going on. And with that, that'll pretty much end the video. Like, again, guys, don't feel rushed, don't feel pressured by FOMO. Like, it's a sales tactic, and unfortunately, it does work really well. But that's why I made today's video, just to let you guys know it's okay. Like, it's a game. Not many people are gonna have everything. Even the biggest whales don't have everything max. Like, only like literally like Paleozoic era Krakens, I guess is what I'll say. Those guys have everything. Like, because I don't know where they get the money to do so, but yeah, they probably have everything in like multiple gachas for all we know. But that's not like an order you have to take on. Just enjoy the game, relax. Like, if anything, play the game for your waifu. If you're like super free to play, like, we'll focus on her. Just don't let it stress you out at the end of the day. Like, it's meant to be fun. And if it is stressing you out to the point that you feel burnt out or you need a break, by all means take one. Even if you miss an event, like, it's really, in the grand scheme of things, it's not a big deal. Like, yeah, you may never see that supporter again, but your mental health is more important than feeling like you have to grind a video game. Like, someone commented me and said with all the event spam, the game is feeling like a job. If at any point a game feels like a job for me, I step away for a few days, because it shouldn't feel that way. It should be fun. So, get hyped for Muchan. She'll be here after maintenance tonight. Again, Discord link will be in the description. Please like and subscribe, as it really does help me out. And I appreciate all the subs I've gotten so far. So again, thanks for all the support, guys. We're getting close to 800. And with that, you guys have a good rest of your day. I implore you to have good luck in your Murasaki gachas, especially for the first time mileage boys. Have good luck in the arena. Make sure you do well there. And you guys take care. I'll see you tomorrow.